Hello, welcome back to FTB Continuum. So, I want to talk about bees a little bit. If you're looking to get the cyanide and plutonium, I did make some earlier videos on it, but they're kind of mixed up a little bit. So, I'm just going to get rid of them videos and kind of go over a little bit with the bees of what I've learned from them so far. So, when you get enough material, you want to make these glyphosate mutate or mutagen. I couldn't get that right. Advanced mutagen, genetic sampler, and genetic imprinter. These are going to be your main machines. Now, I've made a few. As you can see, I did a good bit of this trying to get to the plutonium block. So this is like way down the road. So I'm just gonna go over what I did because it's not one of them things where I use it just to get the cyanide and plutonium. I mean, they do produce, but they're not as producible. It doesn't produce as much what you're gonna need. But I would like to get into energy B stuff like that. I haven't got into it. So I've raided some what the hell are they called? Little towns or little villages, and I got these bee houses. And they gave me a few bees. Wasn't nothing really major. And the bee houses is a good start, but you really want to get up to these apiaries, and they're not too awful hard to build. You just need seed oil. That's one of the biggest pain in the ass finding seed oil. So you're gonna have tons of oil to make the frames, and you want your let's see, is this a squeezer carpenter, and that's where you're gonna want in your carpenter. You want your seed oil to come off of your squeezer. Let's see if I got any seeds. Be a good place to find some seeds. Yeah, I don't think I have any seeds. Oh, let's check in here real quick. Those seeds got everything set up to where. Oh, let me get some seeds here. I didn't think this was still on. Must turn that side off. I'm not gonna need this. And what I did was today, before I did any of this, I was getting a lot of lag. I have a lot of machines going on, and I think the lag is coming from the power cells, the high ones I made. This is, like I said, later on. And I remember when I made the power cells medium, I think it was medium, it kept crashing, the game kept crashing, I got a lot of lag. So I'm thinking some of the lag was coming from that. So I lost my waypoints and all that stuff, and I went around and I got a few of them back to the end. And then I went to the nether and got a few back. But it did help out a lot. I just kept my save folder in my texture pack and then Optifine and pulled it out and just deleted everything and then restarted it and then put everything back. And it did make it better. If you're lagging a lot and you've done tried everything, try that because I got a decent video card and decent processor. So, all right, now I went way too far while I was talking. And I'm not sure how many it takes to just do one by one. Now, where the hell is the seed oil going? Oh, I bet it's going right in here. Anyway, I got this one set up for honey. So that's where the seed oil is going. Let me just pop that out of the way and put that there for a second. I should have some more drums. I usually like to make and yeah, seed oil. Now I do have a setup out here. This is all this makes is seed oil. And hell, this is probably a better way to show it. I made these garden hose from Immersive Engineering, and they work real nice. I got it set up to where I made this infinity barrel of wheat, and then they go into a squeezer, and then I can make my impregnated frames from the oak wood or whatever wood you put in there to get you impregnated frames. And then I just took all the seed oil that goes in here. I didn't put any more wood in, and it's good. It sucks it up in there. But I turned it off. I turned everything off. I was trying to get rid of that lag. So and you'll see it just runs down a conveyor belt. And these little garden, they work fairly nice. Should put some bone meal in it. It's been a while since I put any bone meal in it. But this is all I used for to get, this was later on actually. A few episodes later. This is what I mainly used to get the seed oil. And you're going to need that to make your frames. Matter of fact, I could probably make a couple frames out here. Let's get some wood. We'll turn this off. Turn it off. I think the frame was like sticks out. Let me see the frame. Let's see. Got something. Maybe it wasn't oak wood. Oh, we just had a little bit more tiger wood. Yeah, I might have something in here. I gotta remember how it went. This, like I said, I destroyed that. Turn this fucking bouncing off, man, or automatic jump. I redid everything. Controls. There. And then I'll stop all that damn hopping up on shit. Let's see what's lost left. Oh yeah. Let's try this. Why ain't you showing up? The carpenter. Give me a recipe. Let's look at this skin. Maybe I got. I'll be damned if that ain't a recipe. I just updated. I don't think that it would have changed anything because I used oak wood. Maybe it's because I don't have any seed oil. Let's try this. Turn my damn magnet off. It's going to get on my nerves. Okay, I'm going to give this a minute and I'll be right back. Yeah, that's what it is. I should have looked. If you look at it, it says 250. And we're almost there. There you go. There's your frame. And like I said, they make it out of oak. Alright, so we'll turn all this off. So that's a good way to start right there. I mean, start out, and I put a hopper underneath it. Then when I put the hopper, I pointed at the, because it's a pain in the ass to get the hopper to go where you want it. So I pointed at the chest. So I made some item ducts. And I put a servo motor, a hardened servo, and put it on Lord. Should have done that. Somebody's probably flying in there now. So then this is the thing right here. You got to fool around because you want to get to these, like I said, to these machines. So and you got to start making some power modules. And it's not too bad, but you're gonna need raw DNA and honey. And to make these gears, it's going to take royal jelly and pollen clusters. And that's when you get to this guy, gene pool. This ain't too bad to make. There's some glass planes. This is like I said, not too bad to make. Circuit boards made in your carpenter. Excuse me. Reinforced casing, iron wrapped around it, and then you're going to need a lot of bronze. It's going to be in the EFAB. And basically, what I did with that, I just put a hopper on it. I got tons of these. And this drum here, let's see, what did you need ethanol to get the raw DNA. Let's see, what did I get the ethanol out? I got the ethanol out of steel, I believe. Ethanol. And you mix that with biomass. Let's see what the biomass come out of. See, like cotton, fertilizer, and honey will give you biomass. And you're going to need a fermenter. There's a fermenter. So if you follow recipes, then you can get up to making this ethanol, and then you can get your raw DNA. You just switch them out. Put a tank of this on there and let it fill up. And it still needs power too, I believe. Yeah, I don't know. I got to check that one out. Well, the power's hooked up to it. I don't see where the power level is. There it is. Energy bar. My bad. It was right there the whole time. And then once you get your you'll need raw DNA and honey. And it's EFAB, you can just put it anywhere. As long as it's touching this base. It's over there, you get a drink of water. Once you touch this base, all of it will go right into your EFAB. It takes a decent amount of honey. That's why when I started my bees out, I just kind of hooked this up to the carpenter. I got a centrifuge separator, and what you do is I got one right here. They had to work on everything. Let's see. That's something. Let's try this one. Just throw that in there, and you get honey drops and beeswax. And once I got that, that's when I dropped in here. I used it for two different things. Now this is when I got up to the royal jelly. So I need my beeswax. So I'm gonna put whatever I can put in there to get my beeswax. I don't know what that noise is. It's very annoying. Whatever it is, it's like a ticking noise. You might not hear it, but I hear it. It's coming out my speakers. So what I did was I put a drop of honey there. Let's see what I put in this one. Honey drop. Oh, I put this in. I didn't want it to go in. Everything else to go in, but the honey drop. And on this one here, I put so the pipes wouldn't hit. So I use thermal expansion or dynamics, whatever it is. And I use extra utilities. And I made me a filter, and I just put in honey drop air. So all the honey drops go into here, squeeze it, and then it goes up into here. And I need honey here too. So a lot of these machines, you need something on this side to make it with, to make these gears. Let's see, what was it on? Yeah, I had to remember the name of it there a second. You need honey to make these gears. So, and this one here is just dropping off all the stuff that I pulled into here. Now we'll get to that. Alright, now like I said, you want these machines right here. You need to make these power modules. You can't make them because you don't have the royal jelly, and it comes around Imperial Princess. Then you got to go through the whole process. This is where it gets pain in the ass. You just keep breeding them and keep breeding them till you get the common drone. Then you got to figure out where they come from. This one here is plain itself, forest. This one here, I believe it's the desert. It's desert? I believe it is the desert. It wouldn't hold me to that. I think that's where it come from. And then the same thing on this side. So each one of them is going to pop up. And it's going to have the same, but just the opposite. But, it's not too bad. It took me a little while to get it. 4 or 5 hours. I ended up getting the Imperial. And there's other ways. You can get the classical. And then you got to figure out, there's a marble and all that Roman. But me, I just went with the first one. Then you got the ones like the graduate or the business and the junk seller. And I got a few of them bees. Tried that way to get to it. So this takes a while, but you'll end up getting it if you just keep breeding them. And I think the common is the most easiest one to get. Let's see. What was the rest of it? noble, majestic. It's common, cultivated. Forest and the common makes cultivated. And once you actually get up to the imperial, and the next one you're going to get is, it's another pain in the ass, is the industrious. So you're going to get the diligent, unweary, common, cultivated, forest, meadows. Some of them are about the same you get. Once you do that, then you can start stacking them. Once you get up to the point where you start making these machines, this is where it gets a little better. It gets a wee bit easier. So let's see, what was we working toward? Hold on a second. Cyanide. Man, hold on a second. Right back. Sorry about that. Let's see where we at. A bird snuck out. Alright. So we want to get to the kyanite. This is right here what I really like. Because once we build these machines, and the mutagen producer, it takes a redstone. Now I'm gonna tell you, it takes a lot of power to run these things. You're gonna need mutagen here. You're gonna need genetic labware and so forth. So it is expensive, but we'll get a genetic labware. On the side, you gotta keep hunting for them. Alright, let's see. This was a pretty big process to get to this. I just gotta remember where I started at. But it does get easier at it. Alright. So when we get to the modest drain, let's do this again. A modest and a cultivated. Let's see what we got. We should have a cultivated. And we need a modest. There should be a better way of looking this stuff up. Let's see what we got down here. Cultivated. Well, give me a second. Let me look for this drone. I'll be right back. There we go. I knew I had some modest somewheres. Ooh, that was a dragon lag. So this is a good thing about the medium producer. With this labware, we'll get to that. If we take, you know what? I think she's already pregnant. Let's see if we can't get that out of her. Put it in there real quick. Rain. Really? Yeah, I never made it rain from this. And I'll be back. I'm gonna wait for the rain to stop, or I'm gonna see if we can't find another cultivator. It's already pregnant, so I can't do anything with it. Okay, so it stopped raining. These got these upgrades. We'll talk about them. I just get these babies out of her. Hey, these lifespan upgrades. It actually they only stock. You can only put 4 in at a time, but it actually like it'll jump. See how quick that was. So let's get them out of there. I'm gonna put back my cyanite. So you put her in there. And we put one of these models, and it'll ask you which one you want. Normally, if there's 2, you can get out of it. So go pick a sinister. So we have a sinister queen. Actually, we need a sinister drone. So I must have been asked backwards. So you need a modest queen and a sinister. We'll now make a fur girl. So see if we got a modest queen. A lot of these probably have a lot of babies in them. See, I stopped in the middle. See if I want to fit. And now we need a sinister drain. Let's see where I went and jumped wrong on that. This machine here will. Yeah, that's why I need a drone and a cultivator. Makes a sinister queen. Huh. So I guess you're supposed to breed it until you get a drone. That's the way it looks like. If you keep on breeding it, it will actually give you the drone. Let's see. Change the drone. I mean, I tell you, this thing here is nice once you build them. And it'll give you 2 options. That's the one we want. And you're going to need plenty of bees. You're just going to have to run out there in the world and make yourself a little hammer. Or whatever that thing is called. A scoop. Well, we'll get to that. We're still working on the bee. Let's work on the bee. So now we got our frugal, and now it wants to do a modest. Now, ain't that weird how it's just jumping around like that? So we got a modest and a sinister. Cultivated. Let's see. So we got our frugal. Let's just once you get up there, a frugal and a modest. Let's see if I have another modest. Modest. If I was looking at that right. Yeah, so you actually need a frugal baby. But the good thing about this thing is you can set it up to where you can get tons of drones. So you're gonna have to see. That's what I was looking for there. Was I needed a oh yeah, it's modest drone, a frugal. My bad. Modest. I want my frugal gun there. We trying to say I don't remember knocking it up. Too cold. Too humid. That's his new flares. And that's when you make portable analyzer. It's too humid. Our portable analyzer takes honey drops to give us all the information on what it is. So it's a purebred. The lifespan's long. Production's normal. Slowest in pollination. Flower type is cacti. So this is shit. This is something that comes out territory average and none effects. Effects ain't good. Effects with stings, you know, that shit. So uh put her in there. Don't put in no drones. So well, I don't know why I wouldn't go in there. They were actually a modest and a frugal drone. That one will go in. And then we need a frugal drone. Wherever you at. One of these. And then you get this queen. So we need a monostat, Austri. Let's see if we got a monostat. And that's the bad part. You have to breed them to get the drones. Let's see, we got there's a drone. Then we need if we can find it. Modest, where you at? I get back 1 second. I remember now. This one here, if you look it up, you'll find this. You can only get this from somebody in the village. The Dills and Bees. That was the one was a pain in the ass. I found 5 or 6 villages. I don't have no more, but uh, because like I said, I redid my game. But you're gonna have to find a villager who deals in bees, and he only deals in this bee, I believe. When I went there in the village, I found one in the apiary or the bee housing, and I got one off somebody. And then once I used them, they uh they were gone. So if I ever had to go back and do it again, I'd have to find that villager again. That's why there's no. You got everything else but that one. So yeah, that one there, you're gonna have to find a villager. I wish I still had before I would have redid this, and I may have a drone there. It's kind of stupid why they would do that. Make it that hard because if you're just starting out, yeah, that's the one you're gonna have to find a villager or at least hunt it up. Maybe let's see her again to make sure, but I just remember that when I was hunting. And that took me a while to find. If somebody left I was going through Google looking. Somebody left that little note. Sometimes you go to the wiki, man. The wiki's pain in the ass, too complicated. You never get what you're looking for. So I don't think I'm going to get past this unless I have other bees. So that was when I stepped up. And the ancient. Let's see if we have that one. Yeah, you're just going to have to go to the village for that one. If you don't find a village, man, you shit out of luck. Yeah, that's what I want to be. And I got lucky. Just, like I said, found all them villages. And I made mine a small biome, so. If I'm going to find that one, I might have. Okay, we got the one we needed. And ancient drain. And pick the next one up. Ancient drain. Damn it. They're all pregnant. Watch this one here. Too hot, too dry. And damn rain. Alright, so we're gonna do something else. Because the bees, like I said, once you get them started, you make these machines here. They are, and we'll go over the machines real quick. And the labware. So once you make your museum producer, it's going to take a hopper, a fire module. Everything else is easy. You'll need water, raw DNA we went over, and honey, which you will get from your other machines. And I don't know if I put that in there or not. Be like, yeah, I did over there. Could be like the wax combs. You're gonna make a backpack. You're gonna need that. That's gonna give you pressed wax. Should give you something else. Probably these. We'll go back and look. And that's apiary or Pam harvest. Not hard to make. And you'll get, if you're out scavenging around looking for bees, let me put these in this hopper. If I can get to it, I gotta stop using that. It will not accept any other bees, but they're called queen bees. And you'll see them. They're just regular old hives. They'll say Bonnie on it. Or Pam's harvest on it. Sorry about that. And that'll give you these wax combs. So if you're interested in wax comb, if you see any bees that you can't use none of these, and they're just called queen bees, that's all they do is they just give you, they give you this to bee grub. So they give you bee grub and wax combs. And you end up with pressed wax. And I think that's what my diamond backpack needed to make some of the hardened leather on it. So keep that in mind if you're looking for it, because it doesn't give you. See what it is. Didn't want to go out of the way too far, but I think some of these 125 slots. I didn't even see that. I don't know how you get the butterflies. So yeah, they made it hard. So this one here, you need woven silk. And you get that from silky polyps. You get that from silky combs. You get that from tropical princess. You get these in the jungle, so you're going to need them too before you can make your suit. And the same process, you just throw the combs in there. Let's get back to, man, I tell you, I can't remember nothing. Oh yeah, backpack. Here's the ones I made. I started out with the basic. You need hardened leather. And you pressed wax, it just tells you get it from fruit. And I haven't found any fruit. It tells you get it from honeycomb. And if you get the wax comb, it tells you right there, 50% chance of getting the wax comb. Alright, now let's get back to the Alright, so Once you get all this hooked up, then you start making the breakers and the receptacles. Then you can get on with your machines to make. You need a casing, like I said, plenty of bronze gears. You can do that in the metal press or casting in your tinker struck. And then some tins, some glass planes. And that's pretty much what all of them are made of. You might have a little gear. Like I said, it's expensive when it comes to diamonds. A little bit easier. Once you get to this industrial apiary, then you'll be rolling. Hold on 1 second, my thing. Okay, this is where you want to be because man, you can upgrade these things and really roll. Uh, so now we know how to make our beads, and the labware is just a couple of glass panes and a diamond. It's expensive. If you have diamonds, I use UU Matter. That started out pretty early. And I think a diamond's the full thing. Yeah. Let's get rid of the diamonds. Throw UU Matter in there. Starting to load up a lot of stuff here. I'm going to ditch this fruit and stuff. Then you want these blank gene samples. And we'll make a couple of them. And this is one of the days where you go too far. We're going to put these samples in the gene sampler. And depending on what kind of bee you have, a lot of people are looking for nocturnal. So if you go to N, and you get an NB, I think I got them up here. And the princess. And I must have got to be a while back. Because, let's see. Never sleep, true. So, we'll get to that in a second. So, you drop these bees in. You need your labware, your blank gene samples, and this here is the flower slowest. And then we'll get, let's see if we get something that might be worthwhile. I got a bunch of them. Flowers. Cave dwelling. And you're going to do this for a while. And you're going to need plenty of drones to start this out with. See, that's what I call a waste. All these are waste. I just throw them back in here. I go up here. Let's get them back. You just keep doing it and until you get the result that you might want. Lifespan normal. That could be a good one. Lifespan normal. I like them shortened. Territorial average. Territorial average. Tolerance rainfalls. So, like I said, you can get a bunch of them. I think you only get up to 12. It's good. Throw them back. And you're going to waste a lot until you get to what you want, like affects none. So I don't want to get stung. So that's a good one. And then lifespan short, that's a good one there. If you want to get a lot of dreams. Uh, Flowers, now that you can change your bees to take flowers, like you got the rocky ones, or you might have the nether ones, and these nether warts to grow or something like that. You can change the flowers. Like I said, effects none's good. Temperature tolerance none, so you can do it where it rains. I think it's rain works too. Temperature tolerance. It can be cold, it can be hot. You can change your bee. Uh, I just put a bunch of them in here. Pretty much, most of them are the same. Like there's one flyer rock, so you can put a rock down. Bee speed slower. I think that has something to do with. I'm not for sure. But 1 second. Damn, interruptions. Fertility. There it is. You want this one here. It'll drop 4 babies 1 time. Fertility. Lifespan. So let's see what they come up with. Temperature are none. Flowering. And you will get different samples out of different bees. But this is never sleep. That's a good one there. That's how they work all night long. Never sleep. See, I can dump them off in doubles. All right, so sorry, blank. So you kind of get the idea of what you need to do there. You see, it takes a lot of bees to get there, and it takes a lot of labware. And once you get that, you want to make the blank template, which is diamonds, some 10. You slap that little sucker out, and then what you want to do is you want to grab up to, I think it holds up to 12. So let's see, we got. Let's just take a lifespan short. You can take that and put it here, and then add your sample into it. 1 out of 13. And right now I have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, what, 9. So I got never sleeps, speed fast, excuse me, humidity tolerance none, flowers, lifespan short, effects none, so I don't get shocked. The fertility 4 is going to drop 4, and look at the temperature tolerance none, humidity and temperature. Both of them there. So my bees stay up all night and they work all night. So once you get this set up, let's try to find 2 the same because you're going to want to get some pairs. So let's do this cultivate. Let's look at her first. I think she's already got babies in her. So she's a purebred because you don't see 2 different kinds of bees. Fertility 2 because I've already must have hit this one. or maybe not. No, I don't remember 2. I remember 3 and 4. Because you get a fertility 3, and you can drop them in there. And if you get another characteristic you want to put in there, you can just add it all the way up to 13, so it keeps on. And I don't think you lose this thing. I've done used it several times. Never had to worry about it. Let me get her back out of there. Let's put her in here. You know what? Want me to have that baby. No, I didn't hit this one. So let's go to bed. I just play it the best way I can. There's plenty of people out there that's done this. I fool with it a little bit. Next time I play another game like this, I'll probably be a little better when it comes to the bees. My main goal was to get to the cyanite. And that one there was kind of a joke too. I'll show you why. Once we get to the bee breeding. Alright, so she gave off 2 babies. And let's see. If you look at the lifespan shorter. So I think I might have fast, slowest, flowers, 2x, average. Maybe I did find a 2x. This is probably earlier one. This one here has 4x babies. So I can drop the baby in there. And we get the mama back out. We can throw her in there too. Now that she's done had her baby. There he is. Let's see if we can find one. Man, so here a lot. This is the plutonium. I got 55 plutonium. This puts out cyanide. This would actually you wouldn't think it would, but that's what it does. Go over here. I'm just gonna throw these babies in here for now. Plutonium. I'll throw her in here. It's cultivated. So we got that one. Let's go ahead and get rid of these right here. And this plutonium. And this one. Alright, so now we pop that one in there. 4x babies. And I don't think you really have to do the drone, but you can. And average, no effects. I shouldn't get hit. Flowers, slow, fast production, and short lifespan. It should be the same thing with. Let me get this one out. It should be the same thing with this one. And now we'll throw these in. So, wrong one. I cleaned that one out for this. So we'll throw that one in. Should be nothing in there. We'll go ahead and turn this on. So it's going to drop in, go back. Drop in, go back. Throw these other plutoniums. And it's got me enough text. 1 second. Alright. Damn, keep getting text. Alright, so let's add some let's see. We'll go ahead and make the lifespan shorter. And there's still these production ones. Oh, we already got production upgrades. You can put as many as you want. Oh, I guess not. I guess you get up to 8 in it. I'll get rid of these two. I don't know why I'm looking at the B house. So this should jump her lifespan 70. Come on. There we go. And it dropped honeycombs. And it went back in. So she got 4. And reset again. And we'll look at it in a few minutes. This is how you get a bunch of drones. And then you can make these upgrades. It goes into the... Where are you at? Right there, industrial apiary. And that, make these ain't too bad. Tell you what, to make the machines were a pain in the ass. That takes time to make the power modules. And, the music you can tank, but most of them was the receptacles. The processor wasn't bad. But the B receptacles and all that, that's one you're going to have to work with. These are just a pain in the ass to work with. To get what I thought I was going to get, didn't quite turn out that way I wanted it. Because then I ran into another. Let me get rid of these 2 here. Go ahead and we'll get rid of these 2. We'll go ahead and eat something. But yeah, to get up to that beat you want to get up to, it's going to be a pain in the ass. And then once you get this machine made up, you'll be able to roll. So let's see, 7. It's a 50%. We come back in a few more minutes, and then we'll talk about the plutonium and the cyanide. We'll go ahead and do that now. Let it do its thing. So then I figured the cyanide. Let's see. If you get cyanide, so you'll take a nuclear princess and a yellow one. And of course, you'll be able to go through all this, the monostat and all that. That's the one right there, like I said. I should tell you, but don't. That's the one you gotta get from the villagers. Once you get a couple of them from the villagers, I should have got more when I was there. Then the rest of them, they've just fallen in order. You just go all the way back to the forge drain, and the modest will make a common, and so forth. The common comes back a decent amount of times for different ones. Marble and a modest makes common, so common's pretty easy to come by. But to get to the cyanide, I'm gonna keep clicking the wrong one, ain't I? the rusty drone, and the unstable, and the prehistoric, and the resilient. You can make all them. You can breed them all into these. And once you get to the cyanite, you're not going to be able to make it because I'm going to show you why. It'll tell you it's a 50% chance with a kyanite or cyanide block underneath it. Same thing with the plutonium. And let's see. Should have grabbed. I went down there to grab them, and I didn't grab them. Oh, so I made this. I got a video on extreme reactors. It actually just takes uranium. I got set up where the uranium comes in here, and then it kicks out the cyanide here. Matter mainly for the UU matter setup, and then I started using some for this rocketry that I was working on. But I was gonna post a video, and it just seemed like I just explained what I did in this video, and I'll call it quits on the bees for now. I would like to experiment with this power bee, but if you're gonna get anywhere, you got to make that extreme reactor. Because you're not going to have any cyanide to do it with. It's crazy. All that work I did to get up to that, and come to find out I could only get it from the big reactor to start these things. I did look it up on YouTube. I did see a video where a guy, he just got so much stuff going on, I ain't never seen nothing like it. And he's talking about how he went a different path to get these bees. To get to this, and he's collecting like tons of, and it'll tell you here, cyanide, you get like a 1% chance to get one. The barren combs, you get a 20% chance, you'll get a 1% chance, and he's got like 50 of these, and he just popped these out left and right, and the plutonium. So I'm just trying to figure out how to get it at that point until I figured out the big reactor. There's no other way to get in the cyanide block unless you have a big reactor. And he said he skipped the whole big reactor thing. And I don't know how he did it. And if you look in your book, and if I can find it, and then again, I might not be able to, right? Somewhere around here, you have to complete the big reactor. Is it the big reactor? Yeah, big reactor right here. And there you'll get, I think it was 16 of them. It's either 16 or 9. You will get cyanide ingots. And that'll start you off your first block. So here I got the block. I'm thinking I don't have to run that, but no, it didn't turn out that way. Because you got a 1% chance of getting anything. So that was let's see if I have something up here. Comment. A yellow one, and we need uranium, unwary, tropical, nuclear. I know where to get some at. I got them right over here. This one here, and a nuclear. Watch when you go put them in here. So you want to mix them. Maybe that one there might be knocked up. That one will go in. That one won't. Knocked up. That's a. Let's see if it moves. I know that I gave these here. I genetically transformed them to something different. lot of them I breeded a bunch of times, and I never got what I wanted. But sometimes they just keep on giving you the opposite baby, like a nuclear. I could just never get them to fully be a thoroughbred. All right, let's get these out. And that's weird. I just drop one of them. So if you come over here and I go to put, not going to happen. It's going to happen. Not going to happen. So you're not going to be able to mix your two bees there in order to get your cyanide. And the same thing with plutonium, because you're going to need these for plutonium. So then you're going to make that cyanide or cyanide block. If I got to find a crafting table, which I never did put outside. I'm just going to slap a sucker right underneath for this one here. And we'll drop these two in, because that's the only way you can breed. We get that plutonium out of there. Okay, so that's going to be a few minutes for that to happen. Damn it, quit clicking at it. It's going to be a few minutes for anything to happen, so I will be right back. I'm going to step back a little bit here. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and I'll be back. Okay, let's see where we're at. It's going to take a while. So we can hit this up by making some frames. And you got different kinds of frames. They'll tell you about production, lifespan. And then you got the ones that will production, lifespan, different soul frames, mutation. And all that is impregnated sticks, which, let's get a piece of string. Is what I used over here. I think it was just, I had a craft table. Let's see. It's either planks or, and that's what it was. Two of them and seed oil will make the impregnated sticks. Get rid of this. I don't know what the fuck I just do in there. It's probably something important. I'll look for later on. Sticks. Ha! See, that's fucking awesome. Alright, there we go. And then chocolate frames. How you matter to get these? I think you get them off the marketplace. You can buy them with emeralds. It's quite expensive. Or a tree producer. I ain't never used one of them. Bee producer. I don't see nothing in there. So however you can find them. Like I said, it didn't matter if you matter. And the chocolate frame is the one I was using in a soul frame. Wait a minute. Chocolate frame. Oh, yeah. If you want a production lifespan. So this is the one I was using was a soul frame. Which is the impregnated frame that's made in soul sand. And I believe you can make soul sand. Tainted soil, heat sand, let's see. Dirt, some wax, sand. I don't remember making it that way. Maybe I did. Oh, I think I made it right here because I had a wither. Let's see if it comes up. That I got them all in a thing in there, or a barrel to get my soul sand was That's how I did with sand and then the wither dust. And that will actually help you speed up a little bit. There we go. You got a cyanite. So that frame in there, let's see if we can make a pair. Well, I should have threw in that machine. I don't think I can now. I might be able to. Maybe. Let's let it run a course. And then we'll run her through. Because we're trying to get as many drones to get so we can have her as. So we get more drones. And let's see if we can make another frame. Make 2 more. Just kind of speed it up a little bit. And that will mutate. If I got the right one. That should help speed that up a little bit. But then you're going to want to get to the, let's see, let's set the production frame. Killing frame. Yeah, this one here. This actually ups your production 25%. What's 25%? Oh. Let's see. Production 1.5, 75, 1.5. So I think that's the one you want to make. And they got other frames too. That's just a regular frame. Production about 22.0. Pregnated frame, that's the one that we got. These here, I'm not sure about. They said you gotta do a bunch of weird stuff for them. So that's how you just, if you want full fat. And the rest of these, like yin yang and all that stuff. Lifespan, look how much. So yeah, you gotta make clocks, all kinds of weird shit. So I'm just sticking with the 2 for these guys. Alright, so now look at that. That's with that block right there. You got to have that block. Then we'll go ahead and pop him in. Then you got to fool around a little bit. You get another yellow room if you. Why'd I put that in there? Did you see what I just did? I meant to put it in here. Wait, that's some crap. Alright, anyway, so we got, like I said, made our bees. Before I fuck up again, we'll take one of these and we'll run them in here. And we'll give them these chromosomes or whatever you want to call it. We want to get to that fertility 4. I can't believe I did that. I'm so mad about that right now. I just want to throw them out. That's just so dumb. So you look, 21 drones. That's what we're looking for. Slap them in, and then we'll start carrying some drones off them. I'm gonna put them back when we're done. So This one here. To make the plutonium. Click the right one. You need a cyanide drone and a yellow one. I got a bunch of cyanide around here. Drone. I just halted production because I'm getting the cyanide down there. Let's see if I have another yellow princess. I think I had a bunch of them, didn't I? Something I had a bunch of. I guess not. So, alright. And a nuclear. Whenever we get them right over here. Does everything have to be pregnant? Too cold. Too human. That's probably one I was fucking around with. Heaters. New flares. Flare type cacti. Yeah, something tells me I got one right there. What's this one? So you can speak with bees, be the smarter way to do it. And let me get my 2 upgrades. And we'll talk about them too. 2 gold. Oh, give me one. There we go. Let her do her thing. We need to get some speed upgrades in there. So that should quicken it up. While we wait. So before you get any of this set up, and you're trying to breed them, and you get the industrial apiary, before you can do any of this, before you can add any samples in to be able to make them to where you don't need that. You use regular flyers. You got all these different upgrades. This is your first upgrade, bronze. It takes a little expensive. Or never mind. Hold on. I'm talking about the blank one. Let's see. Where's the blank one? Here's the blank one. It's that one there. No. Anyway, you got this blank upgrade. It takes 10 electrum tubes with gold nuggets, redstone on the EFAB. Takes honey. And there's just 10 on the thermoelectric fabricator. So 10, that's redstone. Once you get that thing made, then you can start making the other ones. Like I said, the little processor there, they ain't hard to make. But you got every one of them is like biome override, eternal lighting, flower and pollination, 20%, so forth. And you see me put the humidity one in there. And I'm not sure about the automation. Every one of them costs some power, so they're going to be expensive to run. And biome override hell, I believe that would be the nether, because that's real hot. Temperature, excuse me. Lifespan 33%. Rain upgrade, stop it from raining. And you just gotta figure out which one of your bees you want to need. Like this one here, you need it. The cacti. So I'll be back when it's done. Okay, so let's see if we can. We need to mix these two. See if we can do it right here. I already had one in there. And that'll give us a yellow room. And we got that. We need these two. We're going to pick this block up. Now we can throw in that one and that one. No flares. So let's fix that. Because one of them's going to want something, the other one ain't. Let's see what this one's going to want. Flare type rocks. And this one here is going to be flare type rocks. So we could just get this rock here. Throw it down beside it. Let's see if it'll work this time. There it is. And now we're just going to have to wait on that. We get rid of this and the sand. I'll go ahead and throw all these back in here. We'll need to go through these. Let's see. Alright, so, oh yeah, we need to make the portable analyzer. Portable analyzer is just some water in your carpenter, some tin, some gas paint, diamond, and some redstone. This little thing here is pretty handy. It'll give you a lot of information, like I said. And, I think you can, wait a minute. Did I put two of them in there? I hope it did. And once it tells you all the good stuff about it, it's a purebred. You can go over to the second part, gives you some more information on it. And the third part is possibility. It's 1%. They'll tell you the mutation, yellow plutonium, just a bunch of stuff. Without that plutonium block, you'll never get it. Without the cyanide block, you'll never get the cyanide one. And if you let them run, you will get some. See what we got in there. We got 3 cyanide, and over here was cyanide and the plutonium. And I think we just throw them in here. We're in a centrifuge separator. And you see we get plutonium grains. And then we throw in the plutonium. You'll see we get, it's ass backwards. I think you gotta use 4 of them to get 1 grain. To make 1 dust. To make 1 plutonium. One plutonium. Same thing with the cyanide. And it took a excuse me, it took a lot of time to get that. To get some of these. Some of them have just days. See, that's a suck right there. I think I must have threw a yellow there. We'll let that go. And let's see. What do I have over there? Sometimes these things run. I've had them run for probably about 7 or 8 hours to get maybe 4 or 5. So it's a luck. This one here doesn't give a whole lot. To make this AVR, I mean, that was a lot of work. I think it took, let's see, 27. Oh, 1 second. Sorry about that. Started yawning. I think I need to go to bed here. I haven't done this. I think it took 27 to make this. I believe it was solid. With just regular slabs on top. Could be oak. Could be spruce, whatever you want to do with it. And this one here, let's see, just the one. Yeah, it's a 3x3x3. Why did I say 27 bucks? I must be thinking. Oh, I'm thinking of the blast furnace. Sorry about that. And it's going to take royal jelly and the plum clusters and the wax and whatever wood you put in there to make one of these. It's going to take honey, 500 honey. So it took me a long time to make these, because you need 8 of them per pop, and then you gotta make the frame out of seed oil. And that's the only one I made, was that one. And it's got all different kinds of things you can put in it. You can put in the fans, the heaters, and all kinds of stuff. Stabilize. I've never gotten this far, so I thought that if I made that, it would make it a lot easier. Let's see, we're at here. We gotta do it again until we get it right. You know what? Let's try to make the odds a little faster without screwing it up. We'll throw her in, throw him in, and we'll try to get 5 babies to come up, or 4 babies. Get him out of the way so we can actually get him to be a purebred. Yeah, that is a good looking structure. But I've never gotten into this. These industrial apiaries are far more advanced than these. Made better sense just to go with it. And we'll see what we get out of this one. Go ahead and put that in there for now. Let's see where we're at. 25 more grains. You can get it that way, but if you're looking to make, here's where I got stuck at. Is kind of flux. So I made 4 of these so far, and they are expensive as hell. They take plutonium, iridium alloy plates. So it'll take iridium ingots, advanced alloy, but you get the iridium from you. Matter if you have that set up. It's a diamond dust. Then you gotta make your refined iron, bronze, put it on table, and tin. And there's several different, whatever you have, nickel. If that helps you out, nickel, zinc. Some of that stuff you gotta put into the industrial grinder to get what you want out of it. Damn, yawn again. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Alright, let's see where we're at. There we go, look at that. Take that one out, take these out, and we're going to look at B analyzer. Still got cyanide in that one. That one's a purebred plutonium. So we're going to use these two. This one here, let's see. That one's a mix. And that one's a purebred. Alright, we'll come back to that. There is one more thing you do with your big reactor. You can take your cyanide and make 1 plutonium. It is expensive, and the best way to do that, I only have 1 core in my big reactor, string reactor. I only have 1 core in there. If I had to put core, I think it's 1 on each side. I would produce more cyanide, which I plan on making that bigger. It'll probably come out to here. If I come down here somewhere. And that's basically it. I mean, I found that it was easier just to make the big reactor. Then once you make it, you make a couple items. It takes you a while to get the material you need. You said it don't drop. It drops 1 in mine. And I got this the standard. It tells you when it's depleted. I think it's like 11.4 or something like that. And you'll get 1. So you got it. It's probably like 2 minutes maybe to get up there. Let's see how many we got. So we got 9. Just in that time, I was messing around with the bees. Just wait this one out. The bees are just, I guess if you can do it like that guy I saw on a YouTube video, if you can get like 10, 15 of them one time, you probably get a plenty of plutonium. How he got the bees, I don't know. He was telling the story. Could hardly understand him, but I was thinking about this. Better off just to spawn the plutonium block or the cyanide block and throw it in the air, and that'd be the only way to actually get it without making the big reactor. So I think it's like 6 or 7, 11.6, 11.7. Might be 12. Right, 178. Might be 12.7. It was 11 or 12. There it is. Like 12.5 or something like that. Then it starts over and you get yourself a new cyanide block. And you're going to need that for a lot of power stuff. Says you want to make a flux suit. Oh, not that one there. Let's see. Right here. Somewhere's in here you're going to need the power cell, and it takes plutonium. Almost. I don't know if we need this mutation frames. Might not. We'll take them out. I'm planning on if I ever do some more of the bees, I'm just gonna line them all row and go through and get rid of what I don't want. There's other ways to be able to make them. Let's see. I made a bunch of machines, incubators, and stuff like that. Trying to get them to mix. Then we get down so far. That's the one. Remember that one there. If you're looking for that one, you're gonna get it from Villager. Then it starts talking about larvae. Then it's just a whole bunch of stuff we gotta make this. The serum. Then you gotta put it in here. Maybe I'll get to that one day. You gotta make an empty valve. If it'll let me get the empty valve. Then we got an empty serum valve. And it's a whole bunch of stuff. I didn't understand it altogether. So I just put the machines in there. I did make videos on that, but I'm just going to use this one here to cover most of the B stuff. You'll probably hear a couple other videos, a little bit about it if you watch them. But this is the one I'm going to use for the actual bees. So like I said, you can do all the bees all the way up to the one you need from the villager. And then the cyanide and the plutonium. Then there you want to need the blocks. You will need the big reactor for that. If you make the big reactor, if you get the plutonium or get the cyanide, there's no need in doing all this work here. But if you want to play with the bees, then this would be the way to go. And this way here, hopefully we'll get something that will actually stack. Because a lot of times, like this one here, has a bunch of extra ones. I'll keep that one there. These are stragglers. Some will get rid of them. They're stragglers. So got a whole stack of them. I tell you about getting the same thing with this one here. Finally got had to fool around with it. I had a bunch of extra ones. So if it's stragglers and they want to stack, it'll stack. They ain't no good. Not if you want to go and pull DNA out of them and stuff like that. Traits. Almost. Then you can get on and start making some of these stuff for the achievements. So most got my I need to make that one there. That one there is 16,384 MB storage component. That takes like a ton of gold, ton of diamonds. It's one achievement I haven't tore up yet. That's nice to have. Beats the hell out of trying to figure out how you can get power everywhere. I made the solar panels, and they were fairly easy. The only thing it was let's see, the regular solar panel. It took a block of coal coat. What the hell, man? When did they come up chisel? We'll wait to get some immersive engineering. You motherfucker, you go through every bit of it. If you got enough coal coke to make walls up with, and you can do that in the blast furnace. That's what I did mine in. Was the blast furnace. Let's go look and see what we got. Almost. And I got the solar panel hooked up already. It's I think the medium. We'll look at them. So that's how I got my coal coat. And like I said, that's always the hardest part. You need to make your basic machine bring, refined iron, put on the E-fab, you need steam, the gearbox. You're going to need a generator, basic circuits, regular furnaces, silver gear, so forth. So it actually wasn't too bad to make. Now that I have an ME system, I can just put it in the patterns in. And then to make reinforced glass, advanced alloy, and we were over that. And then, of course, the basic solar panels. And here we go with the lead plates and the silver. Move up one, you're going to need the medium power cells. And this is where it gets to be a pain in the ass making all these crystals and batteries. So it wasn't really that bad. Now they got an ME system, I can put the programming in and get it chrome and a civil out to get that, or what's it called? Tiny pals come from ruby dust. And you'll be chrome. It is quite the workout. Once you get a little pattern down, you remember the pattern and stuff. Once you drop in, it ain't too bad. There we go. We got a couple of stacked. And I would just run through the analyzer and see if she actually come a purebred. Do these first. They're purebreds, they stacked. She's a purebred. Now I don't think she'll put out any more cyanite. And just put these back in. Now he's got one to stack. I'll turn this back on and let it roll. Let's see if it stays the same. So that's about the best way I can explain how to get to the plutonium and to be able to get to the royal jelly and stuff like that. Once you make these machines here, it makes it a lot easier. But to get to the rest of it, you're definitely going to have to make, unless you find another way of doing it, you're definitely going to have to make the big reactor or extreme reactor. Alright, so that's my part on bees that I know of. There's plenty of videos out there on the bees. I don't know if there's going to be exactly like this mod package. This mod pack really has actually one fellow that, like I said, he's doing a lot. I wish he would explain it a little better on how to get to the cyanide, but he skipped some stuff and did some things, and that's all I know. So that's my thing on the bees. Please subscribe, and thanks for watching.